Hello everyone, and today we're taking a break from our regularly scheduled programming to bring you the demo version of Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. And what this is uh, first of all, it's a parody, but secondly, it is
Resident Evil 4.
it is something beyond words, I fear. 2004. I'll never forget it. It was the year when a stunningly handsome man rescued me from a weird cult. Soon after I was kidnapped, the news was out to my father, then President of the United States, that it was the doing of the mysterious organization Los Illuminados, the kidnapping that is. The cult's influence spread first to a rural village in Spain where everyone spoke Mexican Spanish for some reason, and it hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow, crippling its very foundation. Taking an enormous chance, my father ordered a lone secret agent to infiltrate the cult's headquarters and rescue me. His intent, I assume, was to keep the whole affair from going public. Now, we've already run into some dumb shit on Ashley's part here. This is Ashley doing the storytelling, which is, yes, they knew she was kidnapped. No, they didn't quite know who and what was. Like, they knew that it was the cult, but they didn't know. Like, there's further shit. Ashley has some additional information. The mission was ultimately successful, but I can't say I walked away unscathed. I've learned since that I've learned since then that there is a price to pay for everything in this world. The price of my life? Nothing less than love. And I... Chapter 1. Holding out for a hero. And yes, this does have no music currently, so that's a bit weird. 12 years earlier. What do you mean 12 years? Yeah, no options, so there is... Ah, we can hear birds. Good. Phew! Exams are done, thank goodness. Gah, I can't believe I'm gonna make a C in government. I can just hear Daddy griping about it. Think of the headlines, Ashley. President's daughter can barely pass college government course. Administration's credibility in doubt. It's not that it was hard, just supremely dull. Politics is already tedious, and it didn't help that Professor Hollycock was so old and monotone. Speaking of old and monotone, actually not really old, but of monotone, I had one of the professors lecturing at when I was taking a history course at the university, and he was the lecturer in like post World War II history, modern-ish, well, modern history. Let's just put it like that. And he had this beautiful way of sitting down, like at the start of his lecture, he would sit down and he would talk like this for the entirety of the lecture, his intonation never changing, the lifeless look in his eyes never for a brief moment even blinking with any sign of life, enjoyment, or anything else. And this is how he carried on through the entire thing. But that was alright. Otherwise, it was a really good lecture. Just really fucking boring. Where are all the young, hot teachers? That's what my generation needs. Maybe I can make that my pet political project. Also, as you can see, the character portrait is actually just, I think it's just images of Ashley, like from the game. This background, of course, like this is probably, um, stock footage or a stock image rather from possibly even from the from the maker with which this was made, which is Novelty. Well, I guess I'll have plenty of time to think of a pitch while I'm driving back to DC. It's so stupid that I still can't fly back. Freaking terrorists, man. They ruin everything. I took a deep breath and exhaled slowly. Well, the rubber isn't going to burn itself. Plus, I don't want to run into that snobby bitch Jenna. All she does is gloat about her fucking grades. I started walking to the resident hall parking lot when I spotted a flashy car parked on the curb. More surprising was the bulky man holding a sign with my name on it. Excuse me, sir. You looking for me? And yeah, this is just Krauser. Brilliant. I'm your driver. Yes, I've come to take you away to where you're going. A driver? Oh, cool. Sweet of Daddy to send me one. Nice car too. Is it a Benz? Yes, it's a smooth ride. Now come with. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Honestly, you look a little more like a Marine than a driver, especially with the knife, and the, grenades. Drivers have to be prepared these days. You never know who might try to kidnap you. Ha 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 ha. I guess that's true, although you still might want to work on your tact with a little more. I don't know, so I say with a little more. Chuckling suspiciously at the end of a sentence isn't a good way to instill confidence. I will keep that in mind. Let's go then. I don't know. Maybe we should just take my car. No offense to you, but I didn't catch your name really. It's Klauser. Klauser, eh? Is that German or Austria maybe? You do remind me a little of Arnold Schwarzenegger. What with the muscles and the scowl. Total Recall is one of my favourite movies. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm partial to Conan the Destroyer myself. Me too. So why don't you come with me so we can discuss our mutual interests? See, there you go again, pausing all suspiciously. Ah la 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 la. Yes, surely you are the one who can help me with my problem. Now, go on. He threw the paper aside with an exaggerated motion, which we don't see because it's still images. What a um, just look at this. Look at this line here. Um, I don't think it's been cropped properly from the background. Which, my own personal image fucking editing skills notwithstanding, that's quite rough. What a maverick, littering while right next to a garbage bin. I just don't know about this guy. Although, losing the board made his hands seem empty and a little grabby, I crossed my arms over my chest. Maybe we can rain check Klaus. I really would prefer to drive myself back. I might make some pit stops, and all my CDs are in my car, so, God damn it, girl, just... Why is he all bloodied? Memory glitch. Is that Ashley? Ashley! You're leaving already. Let's compare grades real quick. I looked to my left to see Jenna running her skank ass towards us fast as her absurd heels would let her. So not only is she a skank with absurd heels, she's also, like, properly smart. Christ on a cupcake! It's Jenna! Hurry, get in the car, Klaus. We'll talk about making some pit stops when we're on the road. Go! Go! I leapt into the car without another moment's hesitation, and Klaus had jumped into the driver's seat. Finally. Now's not the time for dubious chuckling. Go. Your wish is my command. As I got comfortable in the passenger seat, Klauser threw one of his grenades out the window toward the approaching Jenna. For a moment I thought it was going to explode on Jenna, and I felt guilty that I wasn't all that worried about it actually hitting her, but it just seemed like a flash grenade. Not that I don't mind this, but a bit suspicious in it. Yeah, All in good fun. We're not in an action movie, you know, I grumbled, although he certainly has tried to look the part. Maybe it's a dream of his or something. Uh, alright. I wonder if I should tell Klauser that the speed limit on campus is only 15 miles per hour. No, we'll be fine. It's nice when everything shakes, isn't it? Wouldn't have taken Klauser for the Samba type. I wonder if he's gay. Not that there's, you know, any correlation between the two. Just getting a vibe. Still, I wish he'd say something. This awkward silence is killing me. Ah, I can just hear Dad now. Ashley, don't expect of others what you're unwilling to do yourself. I know. I need to be more assertive. But seriously, what do I say? So, how much fun are steroids? I turned the music knob down a little and Klauser's eyes darted towards me. Definitely should avoid the steroid question. Do you reckon? Hey Klauser, Dad, don't tell my dad I said Christ on a cupcake. He's really picky about my language. I'll just take that as my lips are sealed. So, what's the dealio with the scar? Why so serious? Ah, we all want our mysteries. I bet women love that though, right? I mean, what girl can resist silence, scars and muscles? Right? Dot dot dot. I'm gay. Oh, alright then. Um, didn't mean to assume. It's a perfectly valid lifestyle. Commendable, really. God made me this way. I don't know. That was like fucking Batman meets Adam Jensen or something like that. I don't know why I changed his voice suddenly. Man, I so cold. So, gonna take a while, yeah? Nah, it won't. We'll be at the helipad in less than 5 minutes. Hmm. I'm okay with him being gay, and and honestly, I'm okay with him being gay. Dot dot dot. How the fuck do you like not end that properly? It's like saying I'm not racist, but and then just moving on to other things. We stopped at a suspiciously empty and remote helipad. I had a sinking feeling in my gut that something was amiss. I don't think this is an official US military helipad. How astute of you, and the name's Krauser. Krauser? That's way more evil sounding. You tricked me, you dirty bastard. We're kidnapping you. Very blonde of you. How could you do this to me, Krauser? I thought we trusted each other. I bet you're not even gay. It doesn't matter what I am. What matters is getting you safely to Lord Sadler. Yay! Cool. So Ashley got injected with the drug so that she'd shut up. Brilliant. Time lapse. I awoke, disoriented. I weakly tried to move my arms, but they were restrained by something. Is that music I hear? And why does it seem so jaunty? Save your energy, Ashley. You are my bitch now. What? I struggled to open my eyes and then wished I hadn't bothered. Is this that Lord Sandler man that Krauser mentioned? And did he just come from a Gothic Ren fair? Or what? Wait, Gothic Ren fair. So Ren fair Renaissance, and the Gothic architecture was when? Hmm. In just a moment, you will have a parasite shoved deep into your body in a vaguely phallic way. Ah, right. So Gothic architecture was during the high and late Middle Ages, which means it's not a Renaissance thing. Maybe Baroque? I don't know. Uh, Seriously, who says stuff like that and then guffaws? Oh. He's like some cartoon villain making a cameo on Cinemax. Jesus Christ. Don't try to struggle, it will only increase my pleasure. Soon you will be impregnated with our power. My god, it's just like Rosemary's Baby, and I hate that movie. Where am I? Spain? You shouldn't worry about it, but Spain? Screw you. Who knows what the future holds? Now, my minion, inject her with the Las Plagas. Remember to put the needle in very slowly. Lord Sadler. He's even worse than Saddleman. At least he's moving into my periphery. I felt a prick at the nape of my neck, followed by something shooting into my bloodstream. Something slimy. I would have felt more revolted had I the energy. A perfect penetration, minion. You shall be spared the acid bath. Cerebros, cerebros, cerebros. Ah, don't worry, you'll be eating someone out very soon. Is this just like I understand the parody, but why is it suddenly just like 14-year-old's kind of fucking I don't know. Ah, horrible innuendos. It's all part of the writing. I awoke some time ago to the loud chime of a bell. It seemed somewhat like a church bell. Given how close the sound was, I assumed I was in said church. I tried again and again in vain to open the door. I really am regretting not dating that locksmith who was flirting with me in political science. And that's not exactly something I regret a lot. I know it's not polite, but seriously, fuck that ugly saddle man. Yeah. It feels like years of my life have simply vanished. Hopefully that's just spiritual. I don't know how to feel about this. Right, investigations? I have to try and stay hopeful. I began fidgeting with my scarf to distract myself. It's not even a scarf, it's a fucking mini sweater or something. Is this a miniature tracking device embedded in the fabric? How in the... Where did my dad... Where did I get this scarf from? Didn't my CIA... What the fuck? So she's dated CIA guys. Victor, you creep! Everybody likes a stalker. Hmm. I jumped upon hearing some movements in the church. Maybe they came to pray for Rogaine. Almost sounds like a chandelier rocking back and forth. Okay, so it is like Ashley's reactions to what's going on in the church because there's the like at this point, Leon is jumping on the chandeliers. I should have taken those self-defense classes instead of Construction 101. When am I ever going to find a chance to use a bulldozer anyway? Damn it! What the fuck? The doorknob gave a creaky sigh as it began to turn. I bet it did. Oh my god, it's Leon. Ashley! Don't come, I screamed. Yeah! I chucked the plank. Um, great. I tossed the plank like a big man. How dare he tell me to take it easy after what happened with Krauser? Ashley Graham is nobody's fool. Hmm, go on. There we go. I thought I clicked. No, get away! Calm down. Everything's gonna be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under the President's order to rescue you. Dear God, I'm so sorry about that time. They go, what? My father! Yay! Hooray, being stalked. Well, not so much. I have to get you out of here. Come with me. Badum. As my eyes feasted on the Adonis in front of me, my vision became inexplicably clouded by bubbles and sparkles and general girlishness. I relished every beautiful, manly drop. Disgusting. I had a million questions to ask him, but my tongue was dragging on the floor in the wake of his sexiness, so I just followed him instead. Yes! As soon as I was up, Leon pulled out what looked like an old walkie-talkie. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I thought those lines were notoriously easy to jack. Oh, I know, he's using it because no one would suspect a US agent to use such outdated tech. That explains how the connection got jacked every fucking time. I love a man with a big vocabulary. Swoon. He could extricate me anytime. Oh wait, I guess he already is. Where's the extraction point? Brilliant. I wanted to make conversation since I hadn't spoken to anyone who wasn't gross or Spanish for an indeterminate time, but he seemed busy, breaking barrels. Maybe he's making sure there are no cultist spies hiding in the barrels. I actually like the fact that this has taken a stance on the whole, like what the player does. It's because it is like it's one of those questions of how does the world around the player kind of react to the player's actions, and yeah, like how does Ashley feel about the fact that Leon just goes, "Ooh, barrel, pokey pokey," and apparently like this. I thought he might ask me about my general state of health, at least, but he moved briskly towards the door. Is he the tsundere type? I hope not. I always hate those. Whoa, the testosterone is palpable. But hey, any dude can open a door for a lady. It takes a real gentleman to open them in a way that reflects how badly she wants to exit said door. We ran down the snaking corridor and approached the ladder. Did someone carry me up the thing? That seems crazy, but par for the course, I guess. Before I could even look over the ledge, Leon jumped to the ground below, landing with a confident thud. What a badass. He looked up at me, and my instinct was to pull down my skirt. He may be cute, but a woman must protect her dignity. Plus, these lacy panties are kind of revealing. Can't show all my cards too soon. Leon continued to face the ladder. But does he want me to jump down too? You think he would say something? Alright, I guess we're in a hurry. I'm sure he'll catch me, right? Yeah! Thud. In the next instant, I felt his strong arms catch me. Wow, maybe this isn't going to be so bad after all. How great would it be if there was just a platoon of equally hot Secret Service guys just waiting outside the church, ready to escort me out of this nightmare? But no, it's just one bloke. Doesn't really make sense, but just one bloke. Before we could even reach the door, a voice chimed in behind us. I'll take the girl. That saddle bastard! Who's you? If you must know, my name is Osman Sandler, the master of this fine religious community. Oh, awesome saddle. What a presumptuous name. Scientologist? What you want? Uh, to demonstrate to the whole world, United States, kidnap, send her back. Leon, I think they shot something in my neck. What did you do to her? Gift, hell of a party, loving father, bargain, donation. That face looks like a frog. Disgusting. I gave you the same gift. When I was unconscious, I was touched. My god, but he looks fine from this angle. Wait, what? Same gift? Oh, Leon. No, we'll bond over this. Blah, blah, blah. What's that about puppets? Never mind, I'm just going to believe that he uses them to wank off. Jesus fucking Christ. Not the best combat, but with hair like this, who needs wit? Suddenly, we were blocked from the exit by pale, ugly cultists. Freaking satellites. Not gonna lie, confident smirks of the what now bitch variety are undeniably sexy. Too bad it's on a face that not even Satan could love. Yeah, Ashley's like Ashley's like proper horny. I understood why romance heroes grab women by the wrist all the damn time. 'Cause it's hot. Fuck you, crossbow nerd. What is this writing even? Yep, none of this makes any sense, but alright. You okay? None of this makes any sense. It wasn't the most romantic way to inquire, but eh. My mind wasn't so confident with just relishing the miracle of the fall, though. It turned grimly to the thought of the parasitic life form now playing house with my insides. Pregnancy scare. Right? Sweet and confident in the same package. Could he be any hotter? Yes, he could if he wasn't a fucking Ken doll. How fitting that I would go to church to find my personal Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. There's so much about this that makes me just question everything. Leon had other plans. More barrels! Is this some kind of hobby of his? Or maybe barrels killed his parents? This is a visual metaphor. Spanish gold does not usually come in little treasure boxes. Oh, I hadn't noticed it before while I was salivating over Leon, but ammo and gold coins seem to be lying at the bottom of the barrels. Yeah, fair enough. Is it some kind of rural treasure hunt, looking for bullets and pocket change down the local down at the local church? Spain is weird. Yep. And now we're wondering why didn't the cultists come like after us? Yeah. And we have escaped the church. Ashley is safe. Or is she? We encountered what looked to be an angry mob of villagers. They were groaning at first, then a few of them started to shout, Un forastero, which means a foreigner. I have been led to believe by Yahtzee Croshaw, so if I'm wrong, direct some hate mail at him. Ahí está, no dejes. Something, I don't speak Spanish. Oh no, Ashley, you don't want to learn Spanish. That's the language of illegal immigrants. Let's learn something proud, like German. Real great advice now, Dad. Although fair enough, I mean, yeah. I hope they might just be here to fight the man for raising taxes and stealing their chickens, but them lunging at us towards in a bar. We all know how it goes. Leon coolly stood his ground, gun drawn. When, wanting to seem useful, I quickly scanned the environment. I spotted some barrels.
Shoot those barrels on that wagon!
Shit, we've got some actual voice lines from the actual game. That's a bit brilliant. Fucking like that. That's good. Without a word, Leon shot the barrels. I was surprised he took my advice so readily. What a gentleman. I mean, he clearly does love destroying barrels anyway. Makes sense. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not sure why anyone would keep explosive barrels in a graveyard. Because of the zombies. See? Between the oppressive darkness and the driving rain, I could barely see the path. But Leon seemed to know where he was going, so fair enough. Having escaped the crazed villagers, we jogged leisurely down a narrow forest path, and eventually entered what looked like a shed. We could only descend the ladder in front of us. I felt apprehensive about what horrors might be waiting, but with Leon climbing down without so much as a disclaimer, I trusted that we would be okay. The ladder took us into a dark cavern, presumably built to connect disparate parts of the village, which is a legitimate tactic. We moved briskly down the tight path and soon found ourselves in front of a rusty door. Leon boldly kicked the door open, like a man who doesn't let a small thing like discretion hold him back. The first thing that caught my eye was the dazzling blue flames perched atop two torches. It struck me as oddly comforting. Maybe that's why I was able to resist the urge to scream upon seeing the second thing. Who is this guy, I wonder? Another secret agent, or just your run-of-the-mill small-town gun not going through a man cave phase? Why am I seeing bubbles and sparkles again? This is not the time hormones. Whoa, why is my eye moving this way? Is the parasite giving me superpowers? Hand's a little dirty. Well organised though, that's good. Conclusion, maybe romanceable, more details required. Why am I so weird? Leon approached the man casually, so I assumed they were working together in some capacity. The more the merrier, I guess. He's not quite as hunky as Leon, but yeah.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
What are you buying? Ah, I'll buy that at a high price. Australia, maybe. I'm all about the thunder down under.
What are you buying? Thank you. Is that all, stranger? What are you selling?
Please say the... Yay.
I'll buy it at a high price.
That's my favourite because it's so like, hello there. I see you want to sell me something. I'll give you a lot of money for that. I'll give you a lot of money. Is that bejeweled beer stein? Why does that exist and where can I get one? Brilliant. I can't believe they're making Leon break barrels and pilfer valuables just to obtain supplies.
Come back any time.
Ah. Oh, he's got the street sweeper. The particularly malnourished cultist can blend in with puddles. I gotcha figured out, Saddle. Oh, or is it... Oh, I think it was just the TMP, actually. I mean, it makes sense that... I mean, I'm going to say this right now. It doesn't make sense for him to have the TMP because the TMP is garbage, but apparently they might have actually just like gone through the game and gotten screen captures of the appropriate moments. Because what is a box if not a barrel disguised as a rectangle? Ah, he missed. Ah, cool. No, this is clearly like a second playthrough something because now he's using the red 9, which I don't think is available quite yet. I think it's available. Does it become available after you rescue Ashley? Because I know it's available before the barn defense with Lewis, so I don't know. Hmm. I huddled close to Leon again as he approached the door to the next room. I gotta remember to invite Leon to some parties, specifically parties that feature both Jenna and Dawes. The room was empty of people, although someone obviously lived here, what with the dining table and the wood-burning stove. The oddity in the room was the large typewriter stationed on the dining table. Yeah. Leon started typing away. Baffled, I looked over his shoulder. Perhaps he has Hemingway aspirations. That would explain the terseness. As it happens, he was simply typing a record of his time and location. He also mentioned the round and mode, which didn't make any sense. I guess he's using a typewriter to let someone know his progress. After all, what better way to fight crazy than with better funded crazy? Lord help us if the man ever applies his diligence to something truly destructive, like extreme couponing. Coupons are fun. They are crazed cultists. We're lucky that the box didn't actually contain Grandpa. Where is this game going and what's happening? Like, seriously. We found ourselves once again assailed by rain and darkness. Cool. Now we are just outside the church, which would mean that there's going to be the um, bit with the torches and the bear traps on the ground. You would think Not So Awesome Saddle would spend a little more of his mobs to have better murdering equipment.
Wait here.
I froze in place, totally convinced that the cultists were growing wings and that my expiration date was as good as past. Instead, but perhaps just as crazily, Leon stoically leapt from the perch like he didn't even believe in gravity or leg fractures. I think he actually does take damage from that jump, but I also don't think it's a lot of damage. It's like a weird amount. I need to know. Legs of literal steel or government implants? Find out on what's that crazy fucking thing that fucking crazy motherfucker conspiracy fucker runs, the where he claims that everyone's aliens and Obama's fucking something. You know the one that I mean. The mental fucking case. I squinted my eyes against the darkness, trying to watch for Leon's movements below. I wonder what his plan is. The sound of Leon's gun pierced the night, and also that cultist's face. So it's the direct approach then. I don't know if it's wise, but it certainly is manly. Leon rushed past the villager as he wailed in pain. Right. Ashley doesn't see a lot from up top. You know, when you're poor, when you know you're poor when you can't even bring a knife to a gunfight. Cool. This Nothing about this makes any sense, but it could do with a little bit of music. Like it does have some odd ambient sound, but it could actually do with like actual music. Note to self, look up peccadillo when I get back home. Might be a fun new swear word. Peccadillo. I think he was actually doing the wounded run animation, which means he's actually taking some damage. My God, he's like if Chuck Norris was actually hot. None of this makes any sense. What the fuck's going on? Erotic Osman Sandler. That's not something I ever thought I'd see, and that's something I never wish to see again. No, no, stop it. Much more awesome saddle. Right, brilliant. So we've reached. Okay, so we're currently at the farm. Oh my God, Leon's gonna put Ashley in the trash. Yes, yes. Yes, get in the bin. Or the villagers were too busy being crazy. I think that's actually the answer. Hmm. So we are now stuck with Ashley in the dumpster. We don't know what's going on. None of this makes any sense. Focus, Ashley. Think happy. So now you speak Spanish, you fucking whore. Muy bueno. Es muy guapo. Just because I'm under way more stress than usual doesn't mean I have the right to sexually objectify him. I mean, I barely know him. Okay, I'm good now. Amidst my fantasies. Amidst my fantasies. That's a portmanteau of man and fantasies. Great, great. Let's take a moment to reflect on how fucking ludicrous this shit is. I enjoy how it's very different from what you could expect, and like this is the thing with Resident Evil 4 is like as a game it's delightfully campy. Like that's one of the key components of its charm is that it's delightfully campy, and it knows that it's self-aware enough that it's fun. It's not embarrassing, it's fun. So we can hear nothing outside the bin, but a gunshot. Yeah, fair enough. A couple more gunshots and someone falling from a fair height. A sharp whistle, not some jaunty whistle like from that song Saddleside was playing. It reminded me of how cartoon characters would whistle at a dog. I was nonplussed, to say the least, but I guess it was a friendly signal. Yep. Something. Oh, he's shooting the. Um, he's just now shooting the medallions. But yeah, it does actually like. It's a good point. Like, how does it look to Ashley when Leon is just doing all sorts of weird shit that we, of course, we know because we've been given context as players. But what does it look like to the outside world? Cool. Dog whistle. Ah, cool. So basically, dating sim with like actual dialogue options, except Leon doesn't speak because he's a silent protagonist outside of cutscenes. I can see that this game is going to eventually probably like with the full game, with the full story, it's probably going to deal at least a little bit with the nice fan theory that Krauser is gay for Leon. Hmm. He could have probably saved some. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like the non-verbal communication aspect, like it works in the game, but now that we're actually examining it, it's quite funny. Like this is the kind of satire that makes me appreciate. I think the movie is called like Rubber or Tire. It's about like it's a satire about movie making, and it's about a sentient car tire that goes around murdering people.
I opened it, Leon.
Cool. And yeah, so So yeah, so that's apparently Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. Well, the demo of Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition, and yeah, it's very interesting. It's weird. It's one of those things that I, as a fan of Resident Evil 4, actually do enjoy quite a bit. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's campy enough that I kind of accept it as a, it's not a painful parody. It's self-aware enough, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff that could happen here. So the demo is freely available. I will have a link to where you can download the demo in the description below. So yeah, if you want to, please do download the demo, play through it, and yeah, just you know, leave some encouraging feedback. My feedback of this is I actually quite enjoyed it. I like how the writing from Ashley's perspective fits both Ashley's kind of weird character in the game and also kind of gives us more agency to kind of question what the player character does. That's good. I like that. Alrighty then. Well, it's been almost a full hour, but this is a bit of a special thing. So, now, without further ado, thank you for joining me, and for now, goodbye.